How you guys doing? This is Camille here, and there's
John,
John. How you doing? Markets are up.
doing all right. Haven't talked to you. Well, I talked to you a little bit yesterday, but it's been a little busy for us both ways. But we're going to try to make some sense of the market again.
Yeah. So today, I thought perhaps we could go through the most popular and well, the hottest tokens out right now, and give you a technical analysis of them. Briefly run down through the top coins in this manner, seeing what's popular, and we're gonna use Lunar Crush for that. Okay. I hope you guys can see this. This is Lunar Crush. The tab is crypto, and first thing we noticed when we got together here today, just prior to recording, was all these S coins are up, and number one is Pepe. You got Floki on number 5, and then you got something like I would classify this as a
Yep.
coin as well. The Luna,
Yeah.
got Shiba, meme coins.
FTX.
Yeah, all these worthless junk projects now. So, what does it mean?
Could be
Is
getting stretched.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
getting stretched.
Link is always an indicator too. I mean, as much as everybody's kind of on the chain link train right now, but here's the thing: our philosophy of buying a link a day really paid off quite handsomely for a long time because that was a long consolidation period, and you got to ask yourself, will Link outpace moving forward? So you'd have to start looking towards the ETH and Bitcoin pair.
Yes.
So that'd be your first thing, but history kind of tells you when Link runs, you got to raise your antennas a little bit because that tells you the market's going to start getting exhausted. I don't know what it is about Link that's always gave that indicator, but now we're up essentially 100% from its low of $5. It hit 470, which we've talked for the longest time, even before we were here, that 497 was the key number. If we lost 497, we were probably coming back to 150 to $3. We held 497. Now we've doubled. We've essentially doubled in price. Ken Link cannot get up to 1450 here for sure. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean it looks good. It looks good overall.
Yeah.
But looking at this chart right here, I would say the only ones I'm really comfortable in right now, to be honest with you, is Solana,
Hmm.
and that's it right there. That's it. So, looking at that list, if there's one I'd say I'd ride the storm out, it'd be Solana.
All right.
Now, and Link is a close second, depending on how it reacts around that $8.80 range. Uh,
I'm surprised by it.
without looking at a chart, I just kind of memorize these numbers because I've followed Link for years and years now. I know these charts like the back of my hand.
I like a couple of them here. If I may interrupt, and I'm sorry for
No,
cutting.
you're good. I'm talking about just like riding it out. So like you see, we're kind of topping. Like we see these trash tokens that are starting to get. So when you talk about which ones can you see that you can ride out, even through maybe the pitfall of the drop, if we do have a substantial drop here, and I don't see any of those that I would say I would ride with, because like FET could come down to 18 cents essentially.
Mm.
When I look at it, Solana, I'm thinking somewhere around 25, which I'm still happy at 25 to 26. We still got the inverse head and shoulders set up. Power Ledger, very nice there, but again, would you ride it out? Aptos, as long as it stays above 5, yes, I'd ride it out, but $5 would be my key there. Gala, definitely not. Shiba, definitely not. Stratus, I haven't looked at a chart in years. Icon, definitely not. Singularity.net, it's getting ready to go to 25 cents and probably drop back down to 7 cents. And Mana has hit my target of 34.5 cents, which we posted, a couple weeks ago, if you can remember.
Yeah,
So
we
that's,
we posted a lot of signals on these, and like most of them hit. So I can
yeah,
tell you off the top of my head, Link,
yeah,
Flocky, Fetch, Solana, Ape Coin's in the works. I remember posting something at 110. Now it's 133. It's going higher. Power, definitely. That was a power call, pun
yeah.
intended. did something on Ordi, did something on Gala. So Blur covered a lot of these. Ajax. So I mean, they were good because we saw the potential and everything was just condensing and kind of ready to burst, and that burst happened already. So now you're
Yeah.
talking. Let me rephrase. You're just saying we're already up, and which projects, which tokens would you be considered to holding on? Like, would you be willing to hold on to go even higher? So
Okay, so the only ones I would be at personally is Injective Protocol.
uh
I think it still has more room to move up. Link, I still feel like it has still more room to move up. It's just how much more. And Zolana, that's really my three. That's my big three, if you want to say my big three.
okay.
That's my big three. That I kind of like what they're doing. And then let's say, for example, like on your list there. Okay, so FET, let's say FET for example, right?
Yes.
It needs to hold 27 cents. 27 to 28 cents. Now, again, that's less than 10% pullback. So, any micro move on Bitcoin is going to pull these back, because if we would break down the ETH to Bitcoin pair, you can see that all money that's being made in alt right now is getting pushed right back into Bitcoin. And that's why we're still hovering up these ranges. So if I was just going to ride it out, like I said, okay, I'm going to buy and just hold. There you go. I mean, Link, again, I'd like to see 880 hold. Yes, we're at $11, but it's pretty much came up closer to $12, but the move wasn't justified if you look on a shorter time frame. Injective can definitely, we've mapped this out quite a few times, but 14 to 17. 14 is my first target. I would like to see it get up to $14, but it's probably going to have to come back and retest that $11 range.
See any charts since we're getting into details and prices?
No, I mean, we're just kind of running through these things and going off, and then just going off the top of my head. Now, I do like how Cardano is moving, believe it
I
or
was
not.
about to say Cardano, right?
I do like how it's moving. Again, how much more downside do you have? We still are sitting at a 50% downside, but 24 cents held. So I like that. Phantom, 21 cent is key. If we can stay above 21 cent, now you're talking we could probably come up to 35 to 40 cents on Phantom FTM. 21 cents is key. So now, even though we've surged, and this is the whole point behind everything, even though we have surged now, Camille, we are finally just coming up. We haven't hit what we call, me and you've used this term, second level, right? Another one, I'd like to add one more probably to that list. Band, I'm comfortable in Band. I could ride that out. And I could ride out probably Ave right now as well.
Okay. Ave is not here, but obviously we all know about Ave.
But Band, I want to ride. I say ride it out because we had a low target of 71 cents, if you can remember, for the longest time. As long as it stayed above 71 cents, we were happy. Now we're up 100% of that 71 cent, more than that actually. Now it's at $1.53, so we can afford to take that 50% L if we need to, because we know our numbers already. We know that 70 through 85 cent range. You with me?
Yeah, there's a lot of good products here.
Yeah, for sure. So, and then Ave, it hit its second level. And what do we mean by second level? $70.
Yeah, now it's 8 too.
So if we can stay above 70, we're good. I don't want to see it drop below 70. If you're looking at it right now, that would be my stop loss, because once it drops below 70, odds are we're probably coming back to retest the low again.
From this, I like a lot of them here. GMX, QNT in particular. You know, it's QNT has been ranging for a long time. You know, that 80, 90 level, it finally got to 100. Is that second level yet? No, definitely not.
No, not even close.
Not at all.
To even think about second level, you got to get up roughly at around 125 to 135 second level. Yep. So that's where we're at now. We talk about level trading, and now you're talking about second level, because Queen is still in kind of like a wick-off pattern. You know, it came down to $80. Now it's going to bounce up to hit its test again at where its head and shoulders was. do we reject there again before we ultimately drop between $35 and $60? We don't know. It to be played to see where we're standing at. DYDX is one that I've really been keeping a close eye on as well.
Yep, it's been moving now, and I have it in a trade bot, so it's just wobbling with high frequency, making good money, above the $2 level. Yep.
I mean, don't get super excited on it until we get above 250. Once we get above 250, then we can start talking. That's the thing is, the other day I think we hit around 248 or 249, so it hit my target. It hit my target, but we're still in this like rising up channel or whatnot, however you want to phrase it. Yep. I have a long-term target of $7 on it, right now. So
still got a way to go. That's a 3x from here.
Yeah, but we're probably going to have to dip first, in order to. That's why I said, which ones would you want to ride out with right now to be like, okay, even if Bitcoin drops another 25-30%, which ones could we see ourselves riding out with? And I just gave you a quick list of the ones I said I was willing to ride out with.
I was going through TradingView. They have this cool scanner thing, and I was just looking at year-to-date returns, and I was I know about, and I've been following MX price. I even got in at $1 and sold a bit early. Now it's it's hit 3 or over 3. But if you look at the MX chart, that's for MEXC, the platform. Like if it breaks 350, it's going into price discovery, and $7 is not out of the question. So I really like it. It's a strong thing here going on with the MX. I'll put a star here next to it as well.
I mean, something that's piquing my interest moving forward. If you want to star them a way we want to watch them move, storage is one.
So let's go the other way.
Okay.
Yeah, from 100 up.
Okay, so what you want to what we would star?
Yeah, what we would star moving forward. Like, what's a good proposition moving forward?
Well, I would watch price movements on Avalanche for sure, but it's not doing well overall when you talk about on-chain metrics and things of that nature. Near protocol is definitely. Near protocol has actually just broke a Q3 record. Actually had more daily transactions. This is all on-chain metrics as well, but it had more daily transactions than Solana and a few other layers. So that one's definitely one that I would like to see some movement happen, but it could be kind of like an ADA, where ADAs on chain, they were a lot of transactions was happening, but the price kept falling. So near is just something I'd like to watch. As long as it stays over 50 cents, I'd probably be pretty happy with it. So Zakila, they're always working and they're always moving. It's prone to high price movements. I like it. I've always liked ZIL.
You want to put a star on it?
I mean, we know the numbers. If you want to start, you can. But the thing about it is, you want to stay over roughly around 1 cent, no matter what. You really don't want to drop lower than that 1.1 level. The ZIL and V chain move roughly the same in that sense. So OGN, I think it's got potential, but there's a lot of competition. I wouldn't start. Metal, I think that one's got some potential moving forward. Storage, 81, definitely.
You said you like Storage.
I do. I do like that. I do like that one. I would have to compare it to the other ones that are out there. ARB, right now, even though it's at 89 cents, that we should be in a buy the dip territory. I still have it projecting to hit at least 110 before we really pull back. So we have some, it's got a lot of hype behind it and stuff as well, and it's got some price movement to go forward. I don't know much about Marlin. I haven't read a whole lot about it, so I can't speak to that one. Ultra's got a lot of. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. We would have to go into the discussion. I did post on Pond.
Yeah, I remember you did.
I'm trying to look it up here quickly. It's just like this Telegram search function is failing. Well, we'll get back to that. Pond is interesting. If you guys want to see what it's about, just briefly, I don't want to take a whole 20 minutes out of your time here. Or even 10. Pond. Marlin is an open protocol that provides a high-performance programmable network infrastructure for DeFi and Web3. Yeah, this is like you can test your code here. Virtual router interface for developers to deploy customized overlays and perform edge computations. So it's really like
A parachain.
yeah, down to the grid, like for developers and it's like a test chain. So yeah,
It's almost like Dot. It was almost like Dot with the parachain.
yes, right.
Huh.
Market cap 76 million. That's a cool spot to be like launching from. It's already established and it seems strong. I've seen it pop up here, even higher than it was like top 20, definitely.
Okay.
All right, yeah, let's put a star on it.
Ultra UOS. I know it's had momentum behind it for years, at least a year now. I don't know a boatload about UOS. I've read about it before. I want to think it's an old project back from 2017. I want to say. Engine, ENJ, Algo Institute. I would highlight Algo just because the institutional interest is there.
Yeah,
like
the ISO.
Yeah.
ISO. Right.
Like I really like Algo a lot. I just hate that it hasn't really, picked itself up. Now this one had its run, but it is a very good one, especially with like the onset of all this gaming stuff that's going on. I like Atom. I love Atom actually. Atom's probably one of my favorites long term.
It's late to the party right now. It's so late. It's just stuck.
Yeah.
And I think go 850. 850 could be achieved rather soon.
I like RSR.
Mm-hmm.
The tokenomics is, a little rough. Joe, as probably we've talked about it here before, actually on one of our sleepers or whatever. I like Joe. I like Frac Shares a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one's going to have super potential. Ocean is another institutional one that don't be surprised if this thing doesn't hit between $2 to $5 over time too. Ocean.
Put a star on it.
Woo, another good one. I haven't read enough on Osmosis, even though we did a thing about it there the other week. I haven't read Band. Just the competition alone, you got to include that. Plus, the price movements has been phenomenal. It's broke out of a huge triangle from its all-time high.
I like Ray.
Kava, like you say, Kava's behind the curve, but I liked Kava. Always have liked Kava, but it's behind the curve. Phantom to be seen.
Yeah, with the little shake up there in their whole ecosystem with
I love OX protocol.
0x, right?
Yeah, I've loved that one forever. Stratus is another good one. But again, when you're talking long term, what do we really, what do we got?
We're talking in term,
A lithium. There's a lithium. I'm a huge fan of that one. I did catch, 10% swing on that. I should have held it a little longer. Polkadot's kind of to be seen as well. See how it all kind of works its way out. Hex, there's a lot of stuff behind it, whether or not it's a fake project and all that. So
yeah, I wouldn't touch this. I don't know. Not really my type of play.
Well, I had tokens that got snatched from me on the one site for Hex, and I bought them at like way under a penny, like way under a penny, way down there in price. Moonbeam is doing Tomo. But here's the thing, you can see it's being outpaced right now. It really ran, but it's not really picking up how it should considering price movements. So I got a feeling it's going to stagnate going forward. But I like it. If you just
you want to put it a star on Moonbeam or Tomo?
I like Tomo, yeah, Tomo. And I really like VIT too. VIDT. I like that one a lot.
Hmm.
The Graft is probably one of the sleepers of the draft.
Yeah, it's very technical. It's the Google search of the blockchain.
Yeah.
Analytics. That would be
Um,
big.
Quaint, I'm not as sold on it as a
You're
lot of
not.
people.
I mean, for the long term, yes. For the midterm, not so much. Maybe we'll
I
see.
would want to see if we keep performing this wick off model that I keep seeing. Uh, right now, I'd like to see $80 hold on Quaint, and $60 would probably be the low. If we lose that area, then I'm thinking it's coming back to 26 to $35 to kind of do a reset.
Always like Bitcoin. I'll put a star here. Just
Yeah, U5 been a huge fan of that ever since it came out.
I like this privacy idea of the air tour. I like that, and
Now, see, I don't know nothing about that project.
you got to read up on it. Now we're going into like serious contenders territory here in the top 25. Already I think I've spoken about it, inscribing on Bitcoin directly and having like a native Bitcoin on-chain economy. This is revolutionary, and no wonder already here in the top coins. So
Yeah,
really, picked up from like 350, I think, to 532. So that's not bad. Quickly. Looks rare for NFTs.
but again, it's so like volatile. More
Mhm.
volatile than what we generally have with a lot of stuff. So I wouldn't.
We'll skip that one.
Uh,
GMX, that's derivatives.
definitely, definitely GMX. I think it can do a nice move. I mean, of course, it ran really nice. Veracity, I'm not as. I mean, I'm huge on it. Don't get me wrong. We've been following it for a long time. But again, it's kind of a hype token in a sense too.
Yeah, I
So
have a target of what's the
008,
yeah, oh wait.
that's the bear bull line. Yeah,
Mm.
the you hear us talk about bear bull lines a lot of time. That's the bear bull line. You get over 008, now you can start talking until.
I did put a star in Veracity. I just have a knack for it. I don't know. Do you want me to take it off?
No, 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 of course not. I mean, we're huge on it. We've been huge on it. There's not, I mean, come on now. We called the bottom, you know what I'm saying? We called the bottom of the 002 range, and like we called it hitting up to almost a penny, remember?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, this is kind of close to us, and we like it. I just don't like that it kind of follows the hype cycle, and if you're wanting to talk about what to ride out right now,
Mm,
I'm not sure riding that one out.
yeah. We're kind of
No.
like leaning to the long term now with these stars, I think. Okay.
Yeah,
ICX. I remember when I met you, you told me a lot about it, and you were always telling me about ICX.
yeah,
You still like it?
I do, but it's just what hurts it is because of their location. Just like VE Chain, their location being in China and stuff. It hurts it.
Oh,
You know that
okay.
it always hurts them being there. But anyways,
Strax.
Stratus. It was originally called Stratus. It's been out since 2016 or 2017.
Mm.
Always been a fan of it. I didn't know it changed its name to Stratus or Strax. So always liked that one. Again, we'd have to look to see like long term where we're looking at. But now you sharing your screen?
Oh yeah, I thought it was what I was. Thought I was sharing it. There you go. No, we didn't go up here much. Like scrolling up, icon, Strax. All right.
But Power Ledger, of course, we love Power Ledger.
All right, we
It's
we skipped a few on the way up there. Rose, Blur, Ajax, Gala, Aptus. Any
uh,
of these here?
Ajax. I've always been a fan of it, even before it was called Ajax, which I can't stand that name either. But followed this since it came out. It'll probably get up to around 24, 25 cents, and then probably wick down to 7 cents. I think these hype tokens are going to fall in value. And the reason I say that is because you kind of see like all the AI moves in traditional markets, probably
Mhm.
crypto follow that same, up, down. I do like it though. I probably like Singularity Net probably better than I do Veracity.
So a star automatically awarded here.
Yeah, I've always liked that one probably even more than I like Veracity. But again, they're hype tokens. So you're going to start putting them in the same sense as you do Gala and all them NFT tokens and all that other metaverse tokens that was riding high before that aren't going to probably come back anywhere near their all-time highs.
Vulcan
I
Forge
like it.
Fire. Yeah, it's gaming, right?
Yeah.
Put a star here. I think it's strong.
And we did a chart on that where it had to hold a certain level and it lost it, or I'm not sure if it did or not.
See, Telegram is acting up. I can't use the search function right. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's just annoying. And
Yeah.
we look, guys, in our channel, we put a lot of signals per day. So to kind of like manually look for this thing now is just you're swimming in an ocean.
You got to
Yeah,
use them hashtags, Camille.
maybe. See, maybe
That's what you got to do. I put hashtags on mine, so when I type it in, I usually don't have a problem finding it. But I haven't did it lately.
Points take.
Just to go onto your list there, like number 6, FET again. Here we go with AI again.
Mm-hmm.
Out of FET, Ajax, and the other one that I said I wasn't as big on as other people, Veracity.
Yep.
It's kind of like how I compare it to Chainlink, Teller, and Band. Which one's going to move ahead? Which one's going to be the one that finally gets that market share? You don't know, so you buy them all.
Well, Teller, insane parabolic.
They've had to do something to change their dynamics of their token market. I know they teamed up with somebody I read about, but I mean, it surprised me too. I never thought it would go this high. And the moves aren't really justified either when you really but they got to reset a little bit before it went back up, which I kind of like that too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know about you or the rest of the team, but I was greedy, literally waiting on Teller to come back to $4 to $6 under Wyckoff model instead of just level trading and not taking my own advice. And now look at it.
Yeah, it always surprises. I remember trying to short it. It was like around 40 something, 50. And then I did get that short ultimately, but I broke even because I was trying to catch the short. And then when I finally got it, I was so tired of it. When I made my money back, I said, okay, break even, that's it. Same thing now. It's just going crazy. And I have a short at 101. It's already 107. So, I mean, liquidation's far off. It's like 148 or something. I don't care. It's not much either, but I want to see this come down to like 80, 85. So from 100 to 80, that's a nice little gain.
I like to see it come down to about 35.
Okay, in the longer term.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, right now it's only $50 off its all-time high. So what's going to stop it?
You can always put in another short, build the position, secure the short. The only thing that hurts is like they charge the funding fee, and the longer you keep a short like that during an intense short squeeze, you just lose your money fast. Because the funding fee is insane. It's like 1% every 4 hours.
But I mean, I would put Teller on that list. We've always been a fan of Teller anyway.
Yeah.
We got a guy on our team that's actually huge on Teller. But the only place I'm upset is I didn't level trade when we got within that range. And I know when I made the mistake there, I'll tell you where I didn't make the mistake this time was on eGold. as long as it held $19, I was cool, and it never came that low. So I was consistently throughout this whole 5-6 weeks slowly buying e-gold, or whatever they call it now.
Yeah, something multiverse X.
Oh gosh, so bad,
Yeah.
so bad. The name changes sometimes aren't justified. I don't know where they come up with them. But anyways, yeah, Fed is another good one. But when you talk about numbers, it needs to hold, and right now it needs to stay above 27 cents. That doesn't give you much room to play to the downside, before we could revisit the 18 cent or even 9 cent range. So I would probably watch them long enough to probably get out of my positions and leave my scraps in. But would I leave my money in there and just ride it out like I would with probably Link right now, and how I would with Solana, and how I would with Band? I probably wouldn't, because there's only a few that injective.
The way I've played it is when we noticed like 2 or 3 weeks back that something's brewing, my positions were bigger, and now I'm just cashing out on these positions. But it's not over, and I still see that we have a way up to go. But instead of, let's say, if that position was $100, now it's just going to be $30 or $20.
Right.
Because we're, nearing that stage where a reversal could happen. So I want to be comfortable with putting only $20 in and perhaps DCAing if it falls. I don't want to be stuck losing that liquidity of $100 here, there, So I limit those positions to smaller sizes and keep going.
Yep.
And, wait for the cash out.
And I agree with you. And I'll tell you what I did. So what I did was, depending on what token it was, of course, depending on where we thought it may be going. Now, I've been a little bit more aggressive on Solana, and I've been a little bit more aggressive on Link. And here recently, I got more aggressive on Injective Protocol, because we saw, me and you, of course, once it hit the $8 range, once it reclaimed that $8 range, we didn't know, of course, we don't know the future. There was a high likelihood we were at least coming up to 10 or 9.95, the triple top. We bust through that. Then we started talking, we can hit $14 to $17. So what I did is once I saw us get up to these levels, and like you say, we're starting to see the 4 hours stretching out, the 8 hours stretching out, the daily stretching out. A correction is around the corner. How long can we keep these prices up, right? Yes. How long can we keep squeezing? So what I did, I got my original investment out, almost across the board. Now my investment is still in on Solana because, again, I picked up some at $14. I picked up some at $13. I picked up some at $17. I picked up some I've gradually picked up enough Solana to where my cost average is right around under $20 or right at $20. So I can afford the losses. Now, again, when I see it shot up to the top of like if you are sharing your screen, and I had where you showed the ascending where I showed we're at the top of that long-term wedge, on Solana. That's where I knew to exit my position. And that's what I did, because I will come back and put the money I made in there now, right?
Yeah.
So not only did I make my money back, but I also took some profit. I actually booked some actual profit because I'm taking that money when I see it drop back down to test that if we don't break through the ascending wedge pattern and we come back to retest the bottom of that ascending wedge, I will take that profit I made and the original investment and put it back in.
A lot of people suffer even through beautiful green candles for weeks and weeks because they never take profits. And then finally, when the markets turn, they get stuck and they regret so much that they never cashed out anything because they were hoping and they were greedy, hoping for higher prices. You got to play the game and you got to take profits.
And you can be greedy both ways. Just like I told you, I was greedy with Teller, waiting for it to come down to $4, $4 to $6. I was being greedy. And now instead of me taking my own advice a lot of times, I didn't, you know?
Right.
And so I lost out on all them gains. And even when you got a chance to get back in, like you say, when you shorted it and your short came through, we still could have got back in and 1x'd our money, 120% of our money. But by that time, you don't ever run with the bull. You never want to run with the bull because you don't know when the bull stops and turns, you know? So you never run with the bulls. So like example here, you got, that's my three main plays up here.
That's what I wanted to show. Beautiful, because it's like who said it? Either Soros or Warren Buffett. I think it was Soros though. He said always like stick with the winners.
Yeah.
You know? So you identify the strongest ones, and then you just keep even DCAing into them as they rise, or keep holding and cashing out as they rise. Right?
Yeah, because now everything can go to zero, and I don't care. I'm all me personally speaking.
Yeah.
You know, there's none of my personal money that's out there right now. None. You know, it's all profit right now. Now, if I see Chainlink is going to hold certain numbers, yes, I will put some more capital there because I want to see it come up to 1450 and potentially 2150, somewhere in that range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same way with Injective Protocol. If I can see that we're going to hold that $10 top, which I believe we already did we did a quick retest of it. Like if you would, we don't have to pull up a chart, but, and I'm glad we're just talking here, but like Injective, for example, we saw it, if it does a quick retest of that $10 range of where we broke through the triple top, and it kind of did that gave me conviction, right?
Yes.
We're going after 14. So that little bit of money I made on Chainlink that I pulled back at 1050, I sold at 1050 and I sold a little bit at 11. I put a little bit more money into Injective, aiming for 14. Now, if I don't get there, I'm still okay because when I saw the breakout was starting to form under $8, that's when I loaded in. Mm-hmm. I made one big buy at like $7.70. One big buy. Somewhere in that range. It was like $7.65, $7.70. Because I saw it was so close to the breakout that basically I could set my stop loss essentially what I paid for it.
Yeah.
And Aptos is another one. And there's Ave. Look, see right there's Ave. See, I told you. And there's Ave.
Yeah, I know.
And the reason I talked about Graph, and I think Graph is very high up there, but Ave, $70 is key here, right?
Right.
So that capital, and here's the thing, things move independently of each other. So while Chainlink moved first, and then Solana and Injective came in behind it, then Ave kind of moved all together with it. I think Graph is the next mover. Okay.
Right.
So I'll take that capital that I made as profited, and I will slowly put it into probably the Graph because I played stacks already up to 70 cents. Remember, I set the signal out for 70 cents. But again, we had to get past 57 cents before I ever bought, remember? Mm-hmm. And I did not buy. I kept saying, I'm not going to buy. Whereas, remember, you played the swing, the 10% swing, and I said, I won't buy it until. But again, you came out better than I did, but you came out better than me, though, because not only
these are complementary techniques, you know?
Huh?
These are complementary styles of trading.
Well, it's just like your style is, let's grab the 10%, where me is, okay, as soon as we hit 57 cents, we went up to 75 cents. So you see, like, my strategy wise, pay more because I know it's going up. Whereas the 10% gain, it's not really, you can make some money, but what if it doesn't hit that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it works. And like you bought there. So right before I see it getting ready to break out, I'll buy. So I bought stacks when it was like 56 cents. Like I saw it right there on the cusp of breaking out, right? And that's when I bought it. And I rode it up to 70 cents. Matic, we covered it literally last week on our video, right?
Yes, we did. We said 56 is
59 to 63, remember?
Oh,
That's
even
50.
that high, right? We said it's a
Yeah.
given, no?
Yeah. So as soon as you were like, we talked literally like the next day, you're like, so which one should I get into? I said, well, get into Matic. At least you know it's going to 59 cents. There's 63. So boom, both targets hit. That's the upper band of your channel was 63, and the upper band of my channel was 59.
Uh-huh.
So I got out at 59 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I could have waited to 63, you know. But again, we've played a lot of these right here. Now I didn't play Quaint this time, and I saw it was
I
coming
played
around.
it 92 to 97. It was just like so easy, you know? Super
And
easy. I wish I
so
held
you were
like
talking about the ones we played. Now IMX, I just lied to you. I said I didn't have no capital in the game. Actually, I did, because once I saw it held 50 cent, me and you made a chart on IMX about it being a potential head and shoulders. Remember?
you just
So
said I lied to you.
no, because I forgot about IMX. I
Wait,
forgot about IMX.
right.
So I saw it held 50 cents, and I went ahead, I think at like 53 cents or whatever it was, I bought $50 of it or whatever.
Yeah, IMX likes to move up and down a little bit. It's volatile, you know, so I have a trading bot set up for IMX and it's been there for like months.
Wow.
It makes money in my sleep, you know? You gotta
Yeah.
have this too, passive income.
Only Shantae does that when I send her to the club.
Dante's your trading bot.
Well, because we can't do it here. But anyways, keep going down that list and see if there's some others we've played that I think we've played.
Maybe,
I've been watching Polka Dot really closely because I think we identified what $3.70 it had to hold or something.
yeah, Dot has been good to us as well.
Optimism, there's another one that I'm not a believer in. I think it's going to end up tanking.
Let's take a look. Wait.
Remember, because we said it's probably going to top at $1.44 or whatever, and then it's probably will come down to 30 some cents. And basically, that's where we're at right now. Oh, do you know when you search for Scholastic RSI now, it don't show on here? So don't erase the Scholastic. Yeah.
Here it is.
See, it showed it there this time. The other day, it wouldn't show on there at all.
They are messing around with. I believe you. I made copies of these, you know, TD sequentials that are you cannot get them anymore. This is like sacred. Well, anyway, Orca just opened up. I was buying here at like 80. Orca's pretty cool, and look, it's got way to go.
Yeah, it does. It looks good.
Orca, it's a Solana thing, you know. So Radium, Orca, these things could pop. But we wanted to see what was it? Not IMX, OP. Optimism.
Well, actually, it looks like you got a 9 signal there at that $1.44 range or whatever. Where are we at now?
Yeah, it's been kind of invalidated. This is on the 5-day. We are now at 137. Let's switch to like the 3-day.
Yep, there it is. See, and I believe we talked about it. Like it's on an ABCD. And then like our D was right there at that your 9 or whatever. So now we should be trying to find our E. And our E was like down to 33 cents or something like that, I believe.
A13 is not good. If it were blue coming up from the bottom, that's a good signal to buy with a 9. Here, like a blue 13 with a 9 here would have been beautiful. But I'm surprised that prices go lower and we get a TD13 like that. This is showing weakness, you know?
Yeah. Well, and we counted the waves, A, B, C, D. But again, that's just that one. One that's kind of caught my attention here lately, though, and I've really been keeping not a semi-close eye on. It's just like you'll make these charts up and you go back to revisit them, you know? And when you go back to revisit them, you're like, oh man, it moved just like I wish I'd have bought at the bottom, you know?
Just a minute here. I want to see if we come up with some nice formation here. Like a huge triangle, really. Which way is it gonna go? Huh.
Well, you can't really go by how you drew it there. You gotta go by your bottom. So take that same, clone that bottom trend line you got there and add it to the very bottom. Clone the one you already got there. And then add it to there you go. Now you know where your bottom range could be. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's a channel basically.
Yeah.
So following my old ways, if there's a trend line, there's a channel. There you go. Gotta fall into this channel.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And I mean, again, we were talking 30 some cents, but I mean, according to that channel there, you're talking 90 cents.
Oh, that's 30% down. You know, when things reverse here on Bitcoin and the market sentiments go sour.
It ain't gonna take much.
No. That's 3-4
Yeah.
days and we're down here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I would probably stack that channel on top of each other to the downside because I mean, I don't know exactly how we came up with the, 30 some cents or whatever, but again, then we don't have to break it down too much, but it doesn't look good. When we hit that high of $1.44, we kept saying treat it with scrutiny. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's exactly what we said. We said treat it with scrutiny, and that's where you should short at. So if you would have popped the short at the top of this trend line, you've been good to go.
I think here was good. Also,
Yeah.
we were talking here. Uh-huh.
And
Never got there if the only thing we could go back by, I mean, we could go by back then was this kind of metric, and we like kind of far off from here,
yeah,
unless
we came up with it somewhere or another. I don't know how we did, but I'd still like to think long term we're probably coming back to 30 cents or something. Now again, that don't really line up with what you got there. I don't know how we came up with it, but
I want to see some just one thing here. Wait,
that's good. And after you look at that one, there's another one. I've been really Dero held, and then it popped all the way up to over $3 and something. So it like really popped off, and it kind of went under the radar.
yeah, I just see that I learned to identify the ranges for fibs like that. You start at the first breakdown candle, which is here. Technically, this is a range all throughout here, and that's the breakdown candle. So you put your 0 or your 1, depending, at the top of this candle, and you go to the bottom, and then you go and perfect on the 786. So this is and look here, the 236, how it's holding the 0.5 as well. These are the levels we got to go by now in OP. And if we're just spending time with optimism, let me just do one more thing. Get this thing going. The 3/1 is important now, and it is. The 3/1 and the 2/1 on the other side like to meet. So let's take this top here. It's already been, I think it's already been done, but or the 1/2 rather. So the 1/2 and the 3/1 met here.
Okay.
131, and now this sets like a resistance angle, the 3/1, So we can keep going down. If we don't bust through, we're gonna keep going down this 4/1 and just follow this trajectory down here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
There's another one. I mean, it's just one that we've looked at now. I wouldn't ride it out right now.
Nope. 0.
I mean, not many I would ride out right now. There's a few I'm willing to ride out. And look at that, you got some stuff there on 0. But
yeah, I shouldn't have moved it. Oh, wait. Okay.
we're right up there. Look, 242, that $2 area held price. Oh, see, we already drew something up. Look, bro. Yeah, see.
Yeah. I wish I just could I could zoom out without destroying the circles here.
That was like your center line of the whole channel. But it looks really nice. I can't believe. Look at that big pop. It went up to 350, almost 350. 339, and it held 210. So that's the number we cared about. Remember, so long we didn't jump. And I don't even know what exchanges this is on. I don't even think I can buy it. So
it's really low key. You can get it. You can get it on the Shady website. You know, the dark web. You can get it on dark web, guys. You can get
this
it.
is one of them that's really piquing my interest because here again, Camille, if we don't come down to that 140 level and we hold this 210, move your things up. That would be how it would move, you know?
Yeah. You can get it on CoinX if you're interested. Oh no, not that. I gotta keep this. Maybe I don't need any more. I don't know. Does it change when I move it? Yeah, it does.
I mean, we're still trading well under the thing. We'd have to get past, $6 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks pretty juicy. Stretching out on the Scholastic, but we're getting ready to break through. We broke through the zero range on Fisher. PDJ wants to turn down a little bit. Look at that. Look at that curve, man.
10-day, beautiful.
I know. I looked at it on the weekly and it was just gorgeous. That's what made me look at it again.
Yeah,
but
super.
It's
like,
definitely one.
It's screaming by me.
Yeah.
It's really screaming, and it can go to where we have it here. So it can go to, what is it? $6.80, $7 pretty quick.
It's got to get over $5 first. Definitely. We got to get over that trend line first. And I did a little generic drawing on it where we would come up and do different tests of it. But yeah, we can run up to $7 relatively easy, potential.
I'm just gonna make this really unobstructive. Oh, that's cool. You still can't see the wick though.
No.
Now
I mean, we could hit $5 and then finally come down to that $1.40 level as well. But it has a potential to hit $5 here. So that's still a good return.
Look here. Look, this is undeniably juicy.
I know. And it's just starting.
Yeah.
Now the 3-day, it looks like it needs to kind of find its ground here, but it looks like as long as we hold that 210 range, we should be pretty good, There was just one that's caught my attention here lately.
No, it's a good protocol. It's just too bad it's so underground and nerdy and so alternative, and they're like the force of resistance, and like they got to be out in the world more, more exchanges.
Yeah.
I'm in one of the groups and they're thinking about promoting and not being so underground.
See, but look here, you got bearish divergence forming on your RSI, your Scholastic stretched out. So it's got to pull back here, but this would probably be the about the dip opportunity.
So I'm going to tell you how much it's going to probably go and what's a good price to buy it. I think I'm going to hide it, okay? Our prediction, just remember it's here or something.
Well, I have another chart I already drew up anyway, but...
Okay, cool. Right. This is what we want to see.
I mean, it's on my own personal account, but still I have a chart drawn up anyway.
Okay.
But, and it don't matter. I mean, I got an idea in my mind that I'd like to see it get up to $5. But again, I'm not going to be able to buy it, so it don't matter.
Maybe you can set up an account on CoinX. Who knows? Anyway.
No good candle closes to give you a way to retrace it.
No, just going off what we have so far. This was the Spinneroonie, but it wasn't really 382 holding now. Gotta get to like 260, 265. Or even
That's what I was thinking too.
50. That's the OTE zone, the 702 here,
I
250.
mean,
You
I
know?
like that. Probably one more I would like to look at while
Yeah.
we're still on here. Okay, so guys, there you go. Look at that one somewhere around that 250 range, 250 to 275 range. And then hold it to see if we go up to $5. That should be wave three.
That's your 2x. That's your double gain.
Yeah.
Um,
The other one I would probably look at would be graph. I think that's kind of.
sure,
I
let's take
think. I
that.
think graph is itching. Like I think graft is itching, and E-gold's itching, and sin. That's the three that I did really good on synapse because I was watching. I was watching super close, and I knew how important the 30 cent level was. So once I saw it retackle 30 cents, I put money in, and it actually just sold today
Uh-huh.
for 39 cents. So 30% gain on that. And again, I'm gonna wait for the retrace. But so once we take out 40 cents on sin, which that could be our next video, once we take out 40 cents on sin, now we're talking 55 to 70 cents again.
Mhm.
So sin is the one you want to catch the dips as long as the market stays up as well. With 30 a heightened interest at 30 cents holding.
Hmm.
Right? The tippy. It's close, but your indicators should look pretty. They're probably tapped out on the 3-day, probably.
Let's first
Everything's tapped. Everything's pretty much tapped out on the 3-day. So you almost got to catch your dips, and you probably don't want to buy until you break out of that.
I mean, this thing has potential to get here through the cloud. 13.
I don't think we have any potential to go any farther until we get past 10 cents. I'm not a big buyer until we're past 10 cents. Now I do have a position in it already, but I bought it so cheap it don't matter. I bought it back here. I bought it back here at the beginning of 2023.
Uh-huh.
But and I bought a little bit more again when it hit 7 cents down here at the bottom too this last time. But I'm not really sold on it until we really get past 10 cents.
Indicators. Let's see what they have. RSI.
A lot of them are probably going to be stretched out on a shorter time frame.
Casted RSI. Sure. This has become like our standard set, no?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we look at a few others, but these will generally tell us. KDJ don't tell you as much all the time.
I mean,
That's probably the one I don't like the most out of all of them. Fisher's kind of weird sometimes too. It's better for calling tops and bottoms on Fisher, like long term. I love it long term though.
Yeah. The break at, close to 4. That's a super thing, Here
See,
again.
and I see it's telling me like if I'm looking at the Scholastic RSI, like I can see some hidden bearish divergence starting to form,
Mm-hmm.
but we still got room to go before that hidden bearish divergence actually forms.
RSI broke 50.
Yeah.
Look how it aligns with the RSI here. Can't get over. Retest. Holding. Here. It's just dancing around the 50 so much. And now we just broke through, so perhaps a retest.
Yeah, the last retest at 8 cents.
Uh-huh. Right.
Or 9 cents or even 9 cents what you got there. And then I think once it goes, it's probably gonna take off to I have it around 23 cents.
Okay. I love the 12-hour. It tells me so much. It's like my favorite time frame now.
But man, the RSI is like super maxed out.
Yeah, we can't break over this trend line. It seems. I mean, we could if we close here. Let's see. Now look.
You wouldn't have much. It'd just probably be a fake breakout, though. It'd probably be a false breakout. I'd rather see it break down before breakout.
Yeah, looking for a retrace level. The red line, the half point. Yeah.
And even then, you'd still have more room to come down. This shorter time frame is gonna. It's probably got to take back. You could double bottom at 9 cents, yeah. You could triple bottom at 9 cents. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, here.
Can it get to 23 cents? That's what's the question. Like if you go to bigger time frame, because we got about 2 minutes to go.
All right, let's go
And
to the weekly.
I got it roughly once I see it break it out. That's why I keep saying 10 cents. Like I'm so held up on that 10 cent range. And once I see it breaking out that 10 cent range, like
All right, I see an easy thing here we can apply. Fib extension. Candle bottom. Top candle. Let's take this one. Yeah, 24 and a half.
okay, so I was close.
Yeah, super.
And 16 is your first sign up there.
Yeah, well, this got a little bit messy here. Wait.
But look how much room we got to break through the cloud, bro.
Uh-huh.
It's gotta happen. It's literally gotta happen by when? When's the cloud start to close up again?
Here?
November 20th?
Yeah, no, and
Oh, man, so
1 month from now.
So this would be the one that if we're going to break through, it's got to be now.
And it's like an inverse head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, stretched shoulder, up here, going higher, retesting.
Well, under that metric, you're talking like 40 cents. Go ahead and we got in the video. If you want to send another one, you can.
All right. And look,
We'll be back. We'll be back, guys. We're getting ready to be ended, I believe.
on the weekly, very close to the 50 RSI.
One more retest.
Graph. We had a close above this trend line we drew here. See? It's very close to 10 cents, just below 10 cents, but the close was above this line. I mean, how precise that line is, I can't tell you.
But we're oversold on the RSI there, though. You see it's highlighting green if you zoom in on it.
Yeah, just want to redraw it here with anchoring it, precisely, and then extending it to see where we are. That's what the computers look at. Okay, so we know we didn't touch. I mean, that was just a different trend line, I guess. Anyway, we want to cover at least 3 more. The first is the old L bond, now Multiverse X. Okay, let's go to C, and we're gonna get just the.
And we can make this one really quick just because we've highlighted it so many times before. And it's a project we really like. The thing was, we had that parallel channel breakdown. We had a symmetrical channel breakdown at $40, which gave us a target of $19, right?
Yeah.
So we said for the longest time, and you could do your little rectangle box there. The consolidation range was between $19 and $27.
Okay.
That was our consolidation range. As you can see, we are above $27 with some more room to run on the RSI. We just cracked above 50 here. This is the 5-day, which doesn't close for so many days. So we don't know how well that's going to react. But you had all this weeks here. You had all them weeks of consolidation, 19 and 27. That's where you should have been buying, right there. Yep. Now you stop your buying with your first target is $35. $35 hurt it, and I see you got a trend line there right around 32. But I think you're edge to edge. We can run it to 40. Like it has a potential to go to 40 here.
Okay, right here. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in this area. $40 because this is where we first lost the symmetrical triangle breakdown.
And also, if you go like this, take that one for example. See, 38.17.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
again, I see some nice upside here. I don't know about you, but I see some pretty nice upside here as long as we stay over that 0.3 fib level of $27,
sure,
which is at 675. So that would probably be where my stop loss would be. Like this is another case where you could still buy it here and be okay. But ideally, you'd want to bought it back in the symmetrical triangle breakdown area of 19 to 27. And we did hit 2150. So we were close,
10-day looking great. Bullish engulfing.
So
We have this S9 here on the bottom. Another one on the Hykens.
yeah, you got your lazy boy slide. We're holding our lazy boy. So
Yeah. I mean, even as high as 40. That'll be an important EMA on the 10-day, the 34 EMA on the 10-day right here.
yeah, I mean, we could go up to 40. Now, again, we can go up higher than that. That's contingent on market conditions. But you still have some nice upside here.
Yeah, and I want to apply this metric. I haven't done in a while. Came up with this theory using fibs to project future movements. Just
Yeah,
going off freestyle here, but you take
there's a Rudy.
You take your fib range. You start with the bottom, and the breakout point is at 382. So wait, I gotta switch my fibs around, and now align this to the 382. That will be 27 cents, right? And then you look at the 1618. Oh, the one is 39.3, but you want to go higher than that. You want to go to 57.
Now, again, that's really good prevailing market conditions.
Yeah.
And I do see a Spinnerooni's trying to set up here on the 2-day, and I don't know when it ends. What, 5 hours. So this is a mini Spinneroony setting up if you look.
Yeah.
On a 2-day.
I was just saying long term. This is not to be expected anytime very soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but looking overall, look, like this is not beyond reach. Comparing the
oh no, it's definitely not. I played this thing like a fiddle, man.
Mm-hmm.
The last cycle, like a fiddle, I played it, and it's just one I'm always going to watch. It's one I like. I like that they redenominated it, and yeah. So there you go. Look, he's at $42. First key would definitely be 35 though to get over. I don't see that number coming in anywhere there, but that's where, if you just show your symmetrical triangle breakdown there real quick, we're probably going to have to come up to retest that level. And then we may only come up to 40 and then come back down to 19, Camille. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, again.
Definitely. For a double bottom here.
Yeah, there's definitely potential here.
All right. Want to go to the next one?
I'm probably not going to buy any more. I've bought enough, to where I'm comfortable because it stayed in that 19 to 27 range for what, 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Yeah. So
you would like to see it there roughly for about 9 to 12 weeks, but I was okay right there. Anything under 27 I was buying, and I think my last buy was something that like 24.40 or something. I haven't bought since. So of course I'm up, and my dollar cost average range it's working out. I'm not up a boatload, but I'm up. So.
All right, let's go to storage. I like this one as well.
Yeah, let's do
USD.
I believe 43 cents or something like that really plays a pretty key role. No, I'm sorry, 50 cents plays a very key role in there somewhere. 50. Okay, we're testing the cloud. What is that? A 10-day chart. When's it in? 2 days and 3 out. 2 days. Okay, so very clean setup here. You can see we've bottomed down at that 19-cent range. We bottomed there all the way across, even going back to October of 2020, essentially.
Yeah, like here.
Yeah, I like it. I like the way it's moving right now. We would probably have to add some indicators on, or you could do your retrace, but yeah, straight down there. Might want to look at a shorter time, maybe a 3-day time frame might give us something a little better to go on.
Sure.
Let's try that. There, we're above the cloud.
Nice.
See, there's that 50 something. This could probably be the case where you might be better off paying higher again, though, Camille. But look at the nice curve on the RSI, the Scholastic. Nice curve on the KDJ. We're trying to curve on the Fisher. We're trying to break through on the RSI. So 55 cents would definitely be a target right now.
Yep.
And hold up here. 1, 2, 3. Could be a reversal head and shoulders pattern too.
If we go down here and then
break down.
Yeah.
Wait and see. That's probably what I would.
Until we close again above the black line, and the black line is 200 3-day EMA.
Yeah. What happens if we get above 50 cents? Where can we go? So my advice would probably be you're probably better off paying higher.
How high can we go? We can go up to here. $1.50.
Oh, most def. That's a 2x. That's a 2.5, almost a 3x.
Yeah.
That's 2x.
Don't expect going all the way to the highs, but the 702 level, instinctively I call it around here $1.50. We can measure that if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is really a perfect case of maybe paying higher. I mean, we almost got a triple bottom. So if this is a triple bottom reversal, we've taken out all that area down there. Yeah, that's definitely a potential for sure.
702. Wait, it's not even here. I gotta apply it. Sorry. Take this black and we'll make the 2 and make it gold.
145.
45.
Right on. Good job.
Well,
yeah, once you start learning certain things, you just pick it up before ever seeing a chart. That's kind of neat, though.
Yeah, you don't even have to calculate or just kind of see it, And it's never super precise. It's always, 15, 20 cents up or down, whatever. It's just you got to know the levels, and that's all you got to know. We don't have a crystal ball. We just follow the blueprint, as you might say, right?
Well, it's kind of like our blueprint we've created in a sense. And I think one of the best things that we've kind of developed over time is we would rather see directional change. And I do believe we both agree on seeing structural change before we really dive into a project.
Yeah.
So, why didn't we buy here at 20 cents and already double our money? You know why? Because the risk to reward just wasn't there at the time,
Yeah, the longer you're in this game, the longer you appreciate risk management and risk control. You don't want to lose your liquidity. You don't want to have stress. You just want to have a comfortable, nice trading setup everywhere you go. This is what we do.
And people think that they'll miss the boat by paying 50 cents for it. That's the thing. That's where people mess up too. And this is why, we like to help people in that sense. So yeah, you're seeing it right off top, 55 cents, 75. Wow. See,
look,
so there you go.
We might retest this here even.
Yeah.
Along the way somewhere. And for now, the 3/1 is in play. And that, if we go by waves, say this was wave 1.
Yep. 2.
2.
3.
Nah. I would say maybe this was wave 1. This is wave 2. Now wave 3 is going to take us here. Wave 4 and wave 5 to the 4/1. So $1.10.
Still though.
$1.10.
I would still be comfortable probably waiting for the breakout because I still can see maybe a reversal pattern here because you're double topping at that range. I see a triple top going across our local top already. Look at our local top, 55 cents or whatever, and go across there.
Okay.
Look
here.
Yeah, look at that. Look at all the way across there. You got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 tops, and we had a wick up.
This is the bull bear line for this token.
There you see. That's another thing you'll hear us talk about, bull bear line. And once you identify a bull bear line, it's okay. So to be super comfortable about your trade, that's where you'd want your entry, right?
Yeah, closing above here, definitely.
Yeah.
And
Because
then
now you're getting 70 cents at least. So you can say, okay, well, I'm getting 20% that I know I'm going to get. Whereas potentially where we're at now, you don't really know how. I mean, could it come back to do a triple bottom at 21 cents?
look, we close here.
It's all consolidation, bro. Like you draw a big old block across there from all them wicks down, and then where we're at now, this could be like a super big consolidation range, and then you could probably compare it to back in 2020 at that consolidation range to see how big of a move we get. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like
I
here.
ain't trying. I ain't trying to confuse all that all the way across. All keep going all the way across. Look at that. All that
Uh-huh.
consolidation. Now go back into the history a little bit. See if we have any consolidation like in that room. To see if we had. Yep. See, so back here at this level there. Yep, at 12 cents up to. 12 cents up to about 17 cents. We had consolidation, and then how big of a move we get?
I know.
12 up.
Hmm.
12 to 18 cents. We had this huge consolidation area. And if you notice, we're only buttoned down to the bottom of it. If you notice, that's the beauty of it. Look, there's your block theory trading right in. You see it firsthand right there, Camille. See it? Block trading.
Yeah.
So 325. And even if you only go up to where our consolidation range is now, Camille, where the breakout point, even if you bring it down a couple percent from at 325.
Mm-hmm. Where? Like here?
The top of it, even if you just bring it down to where it comes right there, yeah. So 169. So even if you tap off 169, add that on to the top of that 53 cents. This is a longer consolidation range too. So there you go, your 145, Camille.
Wow. Ha! How this plays was incredible.
So moving forward, and we'll go into the next token if you agree, Camille, unless you want to apply something else.
Let's leave it on a strong note here. Okay.
Yeah. Let's buy on the breakout because the upside is way higher.
This is beat down severely.
But it's ready. It's ready to make up some room. We're back at 37 cents. Like I told you earlier, I ran this one. I've been buying it.
Hey, look at that. The spinner Rooney, the green Rooney.
Yeah. It hit 40 cents, but it rejected right at 40 cents. So here we go with this situation. Now that you didn't catch the dip to the low side, you may have to wait till it breaks 40 cents to buy.
Or just DCA this whole range. DCA this range, no?
Well, but if we lose it, you're talking about it going down to pretty substantial loss.
But this is looking too good on the indicators, on the momentum.
True.
This is looking fabulous.
Oh, I know it is because I got it going up to where we're at least going to hit like 57 cents, at least 57 cents.
It's beautiful.
At least, but we have to get past 40. That's key. Like that's uber key is to get past.
That could happen tomorrow. Keep an eye on this, guys. That could happen within a few hours. We're at 37 almost.
Well, it already hit 40 and rejected, see?
Yeah.
And look, but see, we're stretched out there. Like you're on what chart is that?
9 hours stretched.
Yeah, we're stretched. We're stretched all the way across the board. So we need a retest. If you want a retest range, I was waiting for the break of 33 cents to tell me it was going to 40, and that's when I loaded in more money. That's when I personally loaded in more money. Because I need these like the back of my hand now because I've been watching this thing forever, which you know I have, Camille.
32 is where you want to buy comfortably. No?
No, I agree. Like I agree. Anything over 30 cents, I'm happy. Anything over 30. We cannot lose 30 cents because now you're talking about it opens up like 18 cents, you know? 21 cent range, 18 cent range. It gets pretty nasty.
Okay.
But like recommendation going forward, I would probably say either DCA as you say and risk losing 30% or wait for 40 cents to finally break. Because if you can look to see real quick what would happen if 40 cent broke, Camille.
Just a second. I'll get there. Yes, of course.
Okay, but I mean you're seeing something and that's great because I'm glad you're going with this for me because I'm just
Want to see
This is
time
the one
price?
I've really been watching so closely.
Okay, at the on Halloween, on the last day of the month, we might be at 31 cents, according to the Gann angles.
Okay.
I've come to observe now in my recent time that the 3/1 is very important on the support side, and that coincides with the 786 here, 31 cents on October 31st.
Okay.
So if I mean this is just playing around,
Yeah,
obviously
for sure.
more art than science at this point, but um losing here, trying to get up a little, losing more, and then kind of like, you know,
But you think with the 10-day indicators looking like that, it's going to go that far down?
no.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. Is like, if anything, we may sideways trade here between
Yeah.
33 and 36. If we could sideways trade, of course,
The
the volatility's up a little bit higher, but getting past 33 cents was huge. I can tell you that right now. Getting past 33 cents.
more like this even.
Maybe. And again, I don't know, but this is the one you want to be watching and maybe buy the dips. Now, I can afford to buy the dips because I've been buying. And when I was in the loss at 30 and 31 cents, I was able to make it up buying it again at 27 and 28 cents. And then I bought again when I saw we got over 30 cents in anticipation of a breakout. And then when I saw that we got past 33 and then retested it, I bought again. And then now I'm out. I'm out now. So
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, you already know my style. I probably won't get back in until we get past 40 cents.
Sure.
Just because. Where we go if we get past 40 cents? 80, 80.
Yeah. Let's zoom out because we can't really see here.
And then we'll just do a quick hurry up and hit that one right quick.
Okay. Take it from here. Yeah, here the confluence of the 34 EMA on the 10-day and the 786, 72 cents, something like that. Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with. I was aiming for the 6-1. I told you 57 cents, so it's right there at the 6-1. So
Yeah. Right.
that's what I mean, of course, 50 cents is gonna be psychological. We know that.
Mhm.
But if we do get a surge, I was anticipating around 50.
It's gonna fill the cup if we get to here. Look, this is
Yeah.
where the cup started, and up, boom, right here.
Yeah, it might not be that defined, like you say. We're probably going to bounce around in this area. Now, again, if I see we hold this local bottom, yeah, I'm going to get back in. But why am I probably going to be a little bit more hesitant? It'll be because of the next chart we go to, Camille, after you get done there on Bitcoin. We're just, if you don't mind, let's just look at the 4, 8, 12, and maybe the 1-day chart. Okay.
Not too much going on.
You can keep that one up there because it shows our parabolic rise. You can keep that up there.
Yeah, we covered that in the previous video, right?
Yeah, but we're going to show why this is probably a stretched move on the smaller time frames.
Let's
And
go.
then get an idea of really quick. We're really just going to run through the 4, 8, 12, 1, maybe 3-day really fast. Get a quick idea, and then
You want to go to the hourlies or the dailies
for what?
for Bitcoin now?
First thing I would look at is 4 hour.
Okay, sure.
I would look at the 4 hours first thing, and this is where your indicators are going to be uber important to come up. So look at how far we've been oversold. First thing I take from this, Camille, for one, you printed the TD9, but
And
not
that
only TD9, but we're hitting higher price. We're starting to surge up in prices, but look what the RSI is doing. Classic. This is a classic divergence.
yeah, here.
Yeah, classic divergence. Same way, scholastic RSI.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're saying stochastic, right?
Yeah, pointing straight down. And then you see it on the RSI getting ready to clip over as well.
Divergence.
So these are classic, bearish divergence moves. We've been oversold now since the 16th, basically, or 17th. We've been oversold this whole time. It can't go on forever being oversold like this. It just can't. So all the indicators are pointing. And if you want to go to, there you go. So I was getting ready to tell you, see, you're reading my mind. 8 hours. What do you see on the 8 hours? See how you surged on the RSI right there? What's your true high? See, now you're getting your true high.
Yeah.
And
right here.
Scholastic looks like trash.
The fish are still going, but we're waiting for that break at around over 4. That would be a terrific sell signal here. No. And
no, I mean, we already got our signal really back here, right? Like 2 signals before your TD9. You kind of got your signal back there that we popped, definitely. See right there. And then if you look at all the indicators right there, like your KDJ didn't register the move. Your Fisher is still reading up. Scholastic registered the move, and the RSI registered that move.
Let's go to the 12 hour.
12 hour, and then see, it's not too bad on the 12 hour.
This is bad. This is bad.
That's bad, but the rest of them doesn't look too bad. The Fisher's maxing out. That definitely.
Yeah, 440, 470. Oh, that's a lot. 1 day.
But we still have a lower RSI reading on that last move. And the 1 day, you can see it's starting to round out on the RSI. We're already trying to come under on the Scholastic.
Body's getting smaller.
Yeah.
And the width.
So, short-term pullback, I would like to see. Boy, ain't nobody gonna like to do this.
30K.
No. If you would apply your 111 MA in there for the weekly.
Or daily?
Yeah, for the weekly. And that would we need to hold this. If we don't hold it, it's a wrap. And I think that's something to like $32,000, $31,800 to retest that high.
Okay.
This is key. This is key. And then if you don't have nothing to add to it, we'll go to a weekly chart and just show them what the 111 can do, which we posted it into the group.
31,284. Yeah. That's the one.
There you go. That's the number we want to hold.
Okay.
So that would be the number I would feel like we need to come back to retest to finally go up after $38,000 to $44,000. So it needs a reset. What we're saying is it needs a reset. So even down to there is still a 10% loss, right? 12% loss.
I'll calculate that exactly. Wait.
I mean, we're in good short territory.
Yes.
We're in very good short territory. 10%.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So that would be what I would look for. What do you think?
Yeah. I wanted to short at 35K and I didn't, but easy, like a few X short. Can still do it because we're very close to 35.
We can still even get another surge up before you get to surge it. I would just like to see it come back to retest that $31,000 number.
Yeah.
A 31,200 number. That's key. That's.
I mean, the thing, Bollinger's opening up, and you know how this opens up, it can go pretty wide and high.
Yeah.
We're not oversold here. Not overbought. No. We're not overbought yet.
No. And what's the 3-day look like? And then this is just a shorter time frame, but a 10% move down from it is not going to be that like drastic right now, considering it went up so high so fast. So I would say, what's the top of the Bollinger Band right there on the 3-day?
32.5.
So that would probably be my first area to short it.
To take profits on a short?
Yep, right there. because it generally comes down to touch it first, and then
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
next candle up usually runs it up above it again, and then you try to retest the 35. Then you kind of get to really see. Look, we're oversold. Look at the RSI. We're over sold there, or overbought. I'm sorry.
Mm.
On the RSI, definitely. Stock looks like it's getting ready to turn. Yeah.
It moved before the alts. Remember how we were showing these 10-day charts just now? And
Yeah.
some of these coins will pop before this drops, and this is already moving on the 10-day into overbought territory.
Well, like I said in the video I made earlier, everybody thinks we're in a full-on bull market, and the only thing it's a bull market right now is Bitcoin, and that's it. Like, there's other tokens that are moving well, right?
Yeah.
That are keeping pace or outpacing Bitcoin, but the only thing that's truly in a bull market right now is Bitcoin, and that's it. So,
Ichimoku edge to edge on the 10-day. Interesting concept. And we go here to 39K.
Have you watched my Bitcoin video yet?
I downloaded it, but I couldn't play it on my phone, so I'll just do it on my computer.
When you get a chance, and I know it's a little bit time consuming, but I did a pretty thorough breakdown of it on like the 111 and like the importance of the one. Of course, you already know. I don't got to explain it to you.
I watched the ETH video with that, right?
That was a pretty good video.
Super. I'm about to watch the second one too.
But I basically just gave a reason on what does. So the outlier of it was, Camille, I was figuring it out by market cap relation, right? And for every 34% move in total market cap of Bitcoin, we went up dollar-wise USD percentage between 42 and 51%. So you could calculate for each American dollar you would put into the market, or each dollar you put into the market, you could calculate your return. Because if the market cap goes up, I haven't projected that the market cap would hit 900. It hit right under 1 trillion, like 943 or something, right? Now, which was basically 33 to 34% move from where we're at currently, right?
Yeah.
Not total market cap. I'm talking about just Bitcoin's market cap.
Yeah.
Not total. Because right now, the only thing in a bull cycle is Bitcoin. And the 111 tells you that. Like, scroll back through history there, Camille. I mean, just so you already know, and I already know how the importance of the 111. So by calculating it on that ratio, Camille, I figured that roughly our next target's going to range between $42,000 and $50,000, which also lines up with our inverse head and shoulder setup, holding 25K. Many different variables that line up with that philosophy as well, you know?
Yep. I want to see this here. What's that? 34% up.
I see.
Is that what you wanted to show?
No, I didn't do it like this. Actually, I was doing it like this. But
42.
Yeah. But I was projecting that Bitcoin's market cap was going to go up another 34%. Its actual market cap, not the total market cap, but its market cap.
Right.
So if you would run it from there and run 42% and then 51% from your 111.
From here?
From the 111, if you run 42% and then 51%. And
okay.
Of course, you know, on the ETH video, I said, don't get excited. We're still not in a bull market on altcoins, and I don't think we will be for a little bit yet until we break out of it. What you watched it.
Yeah. Did you say 40%?
42.
42.
It was like 42 and a half. Well, it was almost 43, but yeah. So look at that, almost 45, and then do the same thing and then run at 51%. So they're just carried up to 51. Say 48. So that's what I'm projecting as long as we stay above the 111.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until the end of the year, before December cash outs?
Yeah, I think it's going to come hard, fast, and quick on that parabolic move, because we're in a parabolic channel. So if we stay in this parabolic channel from 25K, then I'm assuming that it's going to come hard and fast, probably before December, and then we crash.
Another thing I want to see is the head and shoulders. That'll be like the first thing you look at. Here, inverse head and shoulders, right?
Yeah,
62.
that's also a parallel channel breakout too.
Mm-hmm. And from here,
Like you draw a line right there.
62.
Yeah.
41K. Mm-hmm.
And that's what we've talked about forever. As long as we hold 25, we've always aimed for around 42, right? That's what we've always aimed for, as long as 25 held.
And look how it came across the cloud here on the 9-day, which is a pretty big time frame. Came across the cloud.
You know what we need to do, Camille, to be honest with you? Do you hear many analysts ever talk about the 111 MA?
Never.
Never, me either. So maybe me and you need to make up our own version of the importance of the 111 and like submit it somewhere.
Yeah.
Because we've seen how it is an accumulation and a distribution channel, but we've also saw that once we get past the 111, how much it really crushes, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea, John.
That would be something. Yeah.
I think we should carry that out. Here I just saw a channel.
But like you say, and see, I saw a channel on a smaller time frame actually than. So I saw a channel, Camille, here where we had our first high here, and you run it up. It's a lot smaller than that.
Where?
Right here, right. Keep over. Right before we hit our low.
On the high side.
That one, yeah, and run it up. See, that's the channel I saw. That was the parallel channel I saw. Sure. I actually drew it like somewhere. Yeah, there you go.
And even if you go by candle closes,
or your candle closes or wicks, I was going by. You go by whatever you want, but that was the channel I saw.
Yeah.
Where we come back to potentially retest the bottom of this channel or even the midline before we take off.
Midline, bottom, 21.5, the magic number here.
But again, we're above the 111. That's uber key. So let's say we got 3 minutes here. Draw your,
I think I'm gonna stack this channel.
Huh?
I want to stack it.
Okay.
Just before anything. And see where the midline is, okay?
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to take much of your time. I mean, you got a family to get to, and
49.
I know we did cover a good bit because this is how we need to cover Bitcoin. We're still not out of the woods yet. Like, I still don't feel like we're out of the woods yet, but I am happy we're over the 111. What do you think, Camille?
Very happy that we're over the 111, and this is not over. Retrace back to it, retest it.
Yeah.
Higher.
Yeah.
42 is the first. No, I would say 38.9, then 42, and then 48 are the levels. And these are historic levels.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I like that channel we're in, and like you said, you stacked it, which is nice too. But as long as we maintain this 111, I feel like we're okay. And here comes the example again, Camille, paying more when you know it's going up. Okay, oh man, we didn't buy at 15.5, we didn't buy at 21, we didn't buy at 22, we didn't buy at 25, we didn't buy at 30. Oh, we missed the boat. No, not close. Because going through its history, you see once we get past the 111, we're good, for the most part.
Right.
So
the selling will take place, I believe, in that range.
Another patience is key philosophy that is coming to light more and more. It's always better to pay more when you know it's going up. I'd rather take a quick 20 or 30% knowing it's going up instead of taking my chances of losing 50%.
Getting stuck without liquidity is the worst, where you can't have your money invested and you see it in the red and you can't do anything about it. I do 100 tiny trades and I don't care if one is stuck somewhere because I can always DC into it. But the other assets that went up, they release the liquidity. You know, they make it available for you to trade and not get stuck in a you know, bad position overall. All right, salute. Thank you, John.
That was a wonderful session, actually.
Yeah. Thank you for everything. And we have less than a minute, so PIK family, hope you enjoyed it. Stay with us and subscribe to the discussion channel on Telegram, because we got a lot of these hidden, you know, signals, nuggets. We do it all there. See you guys.
Oh, Poppy. See you, bud.
Yeah. Not everything, but we do a lot there.
We do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.